July 14th Select Board meeting to order. Agenda items, changes to the published agenda. Anybody got anything?
No.
Nothing? No. There you go. Minutes of the June 9th Select Board meeting.
Minor changes in, but it was after they were already posted, so. I did. So.
Okay. Mainly spelled, if I remember.
Right. Yeah, butthead is actually hyphenated, it's not one word. Okay, I just want to make sure we have that corrected for the record.
I'll make a motion. To accept them as written.
With the corrections.
With the corrections.
Yes.
Yes.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
By them accepted as printed with the corrections. Treasurer's report for June 2025.
Revenue was $13,899.54. Expenses were $87,905.72. The balance at the end of June was $859,370.55. Delinquent taxes owed to the town of Reading is $33,008.13.
Any questions?
Motion to accept as written.
Second.
Discussion? No discussion, no questions. Let's declare them accepted as presented. All right, highway status. Mr. Town, are you on?
No, there's nobody on Zoom.
Nobody on Zoom. Wow.
Shocking.
All right. The biggest thing that I can mention right now is we found a crushed culvert on Tyson Road, just a little bit west of Puckerbrush, south and north Puckerbrush.
Really?
They were hoping to get it changed today. They probably closed the road so they could dig the whole thing up and get it done. But I didn't check with Glenn tonight. I thought he might be on Zoom, so that's a big.
What road, I'm sorry.
It's right on Tyson Road.
On Tyson Road.
Yep. It's a 18-inch culvert, and it is old, so it's just given up. The other stuff is just general road maintenance.
Any idea about how long we'd have to close Tyson down for that?
How long? will
Any
it close?
idea how long?
Oh, it's probably open again now.
Oh, you already did it?
Yeah, they did it this afternoon.
Oh,
We found
okay.
it this morning, and they went and got a
Okay, I thought you said that we
cutter.
had to.
But there'll be a gravel spot there
Yep,
for
got it. Thanks.
some period of time. Other than that, the highway status is we had a little work done on a red truck while they were on vacation last week. The brakes were giving us a problem. I guess Chris Batchelor over here has found the problem, corrected a engine light that's been on for a year or thereabouts. And so that's back in service. And there was an email relative to some potholes on Bailey's Mills at the intersection of 106 and Whitmore Circle at the intersection of 106 on the north end by Jenny Road. Talked with Glenn about that this morning, and he was going to do that, fix those today, but this culvert showed up, so maybe tomorrow. Other than that, it's just general maintenance. Keep them scraped best we can. A little rain would help.
There's a couple of road signs missing.
Apparently over 4th of July weekend, as happens almost every year, people thought they needed some of our road signs worse than we did. So Tattle Street is missing, and
There's a stop sign missing at Tower Street also, and they were gonna, when they were checking the roads, they were gonna check the rest of them and give me a list of what needs to be ordered.
yeah, he said there was 2 or 3. I don't know what the other ones
I
are.
don't know what the other ones were either.
So I don't know why people want those signs, but who knows? That's all I have at this point in time.
Okay, I have a couple. We also received an email from the Appletons regarding the culvert on Kittredge Pasture Road. They
Yes.
were hoping to meet with somebody regarding that.
I sent an email to Glenn on that and asked him to let me know when he could go up there and meet with me and them up there.
Great. And then also, I attended a VLCT informational series on funding town garages last week. And it was kind of a follow-up to one I did last year as well. I've also reached out to Mark, both Jason and Martha Harrison, to look at some sort of funding opportunities that we might have, some grants as well as low-interest loans, so I'm working on that currently.
In line with that, Lisa, we had heard that trusses, wooden trusses, have a length,
Certain span they can
certain
have.
span. I was up to Barton on the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
That building is 80 feet wide by 120 feet long, and it's absolutely clear inside, and they're 2x8 trusses. So they can span a ways.
Awesome.
And there's no heat, no
Mhm.
sides, so basically the snow sets on there, or doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
whenever they get it.
Well, that's good to know that we can start looking at that a little bit more.
Yep.
Good, thank you.
Yep.
That's good information.
Is anything being done right now on the potential plans or options?
They did receive one plan last year, that was from Osgood's.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I have not heard from the highway department at all, as far as what they're looking for.
I think our next course of action, frankly, needs to be for the three of us to sit with Glenn and develop a scope.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we want. This is basically the size, length, width, offices, break rooms, bathrooms, storage rooms, whatever it is we want.
Right.
In general, I mean, we can't detail it
Sure.
down to 12 feet by 14 feet, but in general,
Yep.
and say, okay, send this out.
Agreed, and for any of these grants, you really have to have a plan in place. You can't just say, this is what we'd like. We really have to have it down pretty much to
Sure.
where we want to go.
Sure. Well, that's why I was asking where we're at
Yeah.
with the planning process.
Yep.
So the next step is for us all to sit down.
I think we all ought
Okay.
to sit down and write up a scope.
You gonna schedule it, Bob, or?
What's that?
Are you gonna schedule that? Do you want?
I will
some of us
find out
to?
from,
Okay.
I'll get a hold of Glenn. I gotta see him tomorrow anyway on some other road issues.
Okay.
And go up and look at that culvert.
Great.
Reading wastewater committee update. Lisa, is that you?
I guess that's me tonight. So the wastewater committee met, excuse me.
Needed.
Oh my goodness.
got a new word. We needed.
Have another drink.
Who's gonna pick that up?
I know.
Make sure you spell it
It's
correctly.
those excellent Massachusetts schools. Anyway, they met on June 16th. All of the members were there. There was a discussion about some of the mapping. Sarah Kablinski spoke with a couple of people who had some concerns, and we'll be discussing those as well. Two of the members spoke to two towns, both Walcott and Montgomery, as far as what their plans were with trying to set up a wastewater system, and both of them are in the process. What else? We did have Kevin Kai at the meeting. He had some information on and thoughts on looking also at wells. While broadening the discussion is interesting, I think at this point we really need to stick with our mission of finding out who is interested in, possibly facilitating a wastewater project and education and outreach. So we're gonna stick with that. And the next meeting is on the 21st. If anyone has any questions, I know that was kind of brief.
There has been some discussion about that, so just to be clear, this group is not gonna focus at all on freshwater, just wastewater.
Okay, good.
I think we need to stick with the scope of what we started with. That's plenty, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, any questions? The next item is a Robinson Hall attic insulation update, and I expanded that a little bit to the MERP grant because seeing Brian is here, get an update on the fire station as well as the library, just short and quick. Bill Dukem and I meted on the... Now you got me saying Anyway, Bill and I met on the attic insulation update, and Bill, you've been spearheading this, so I turn it over to you.
I think most people are aware we've evacuated the old installations up there, so that's done. And the happy part of that is we also removed about 10,000 dead flies, and it came in about $2,000 on the budget. So that's good news. I don't think we're going to be that lucky on every phase of projects, but it's nice that the first one came in a little bit less. The next step is there are 2 knee walls that span the width of the building on the 2nd floor. You can't see them from here, obviously. And those will be spray foamed Friday. Because the company's coming in to spray foam, that's why we're closing the building. It's a safety precaution. It's only for 24 hours after they're finished spraying. And I'll be down here at 8 a.m. They're supposed to show up between 8 and 8:30. And I'll be here till they finish, make sure the place is secure. And I will be back before the day is out to remove the signs, so that the cleaning person will come in on Sunday and do his thing. The next phase, we've got a quotation from an electrician. Bob and I are working on a scope of work, but we do have a price. Up until now, basically nobody wanted to touch it. It was like radioactive because it was, it was buried in cellulose, you couldn't see anything. And we've got what we think is a reasonable quote. We just got to nail down the scope of work to make sure that we're all on the same page before we pull the trigger on that. And once the wiring is done, then we'll go in with cellulose, and there'll be huge R60 level cellulose put up there. So, and that'll cap out that phase of this building. I'm just waiting for clarification on a second set of quotes that I got for the food shelf. And we hope to pull the trigger on the electrical work there and the mini splits there probably within the next 30 days. Brian, take it away.
Great. On the library, we now have a signed agreement with an architectural firm and a structural engineer to help us make sure that we get the plans right and get any permitting or input from the Department of Fire Safety to make sure that anything we want to do up in the attic to get an air seal and insulation up there will get done. So they're going to help us create plans for that. Hey Jen, you're not, there we go. And then similarly, kind of, we're right at the beginning of work for the fire station as well, which is that we have an agreement. Jen.
We should be able to mute her from this end.
And at the firehouse, we also, thanks to very distracting. I haven't meted yet with Gary, but what we agreed to last time was that I was going to go help find an engineering firm to design the air handling for that because it's complicated enough that I didn't want to be the person on the hook to make sure that that was all delivered well. And I mean, I do feel accountable to all of us, but I want an expert alongside to help design that. And so, again, we have an agreement with a firm called JTC that responded to our RFP. And again, within, to Bill's point, we're watching all these expenses in the context of the work budget. This is within our plan. And we will, I'll be connecting with Gary to find out who the point person should be at the fire station to be able to coordinate with me to have them through. And they'll do their own sense of audits. We've already had an audit, but they're just going to kind of make sure that they know exactly what their mission is and how they'll help prepare requests for proposals and get bids in from vendors and staging of activities. So it's kind of at the beginning of this now, but we're there. We went through the proposal process and we're ready to go.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
Quick question, Bill. So you're going to be closing the town hall this Friday?
Friday, well, they're going to come between 8 and 8:30.
Yep.
I'll be here then.
Yep.
As soon as they're set up,
Yep.
then I'm gonna lock the doors and, but I've publicized that 9 o'clock's gonna drop. It might be 9:15, it might be 8:45, I don't know.
But no issue with closing the post office on Friday and Saturday?
No, the select chair and board, building trustee was kind enough to get that cleared up with the post office, so they're aware. There'll be some work done at the post office up until the point where we just close it, but we're not gonna allow people in, because I don't have to herd cats once we're ready to go. I wanna get these guys in and out. The sooner they get it done, I think it's probably more setup time than spray time, because it's just, vertical walls are only about 3 feet high.
No, I understand, it's just a federal office, and I didn't know what,
Yeah,
if
no,
we have the ability to just say, no, you can't come in on Saturday or Friday.
we
So,
cleared it with them ahead of time.
okay.
The lady in the post office has agreed, she's coming in early. She will have the outlying mail taken care of. It'll just be an inconvenience for people who have post office boxes that intend to pick it up. The outgoing mail should go.
We also don't expect any other need to close anything on future phases of the work. It's just, this phase is just strictly a safety thing, till the foam dries. I don't think you'll smell anything 2 floors down, but we don't want to take any
Yeah, I
chances.
understand.
Timing is good, Bill. Social Security checks won't be coming on this weekend. It's another 2 weeks away.
Did you still get checks?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. Haven't seen a check in 40 years, maybe, I don't know. All right, any other thing on the MERP grants anywhere? If not, we'll move on to the Wimbledon.
It's the heat, I swear.
Say it's
The
the heat.
Windsor Ambulance Service Agreement. This is something that we should have gotten in June. I don't recall getting it. Callista doesn't recall getting it. I talked with Ryan Palmer today. He is in Boston at some sort of a seminar or school. And he said that he would get it out to us within the next day or two.
Oh, the sheriff's contract, okay,
The sheriff's contract.
okay.
That's different.
You said
Sorry.
you're doing the ambulance.
Let's back up. Let's back up.
Who did you meet it with?
We're gonna,
We are not on the ball today, you guys, as you can tell.
Windsor Fire Department Ambulance Service Contract.
Yes.
Perfect. We had a discrepancy in the per capita number, a large discrepancy, enough so that I delayed signing this until I got a hold of Kevin, the chief down in Windsor. He told me where he got that number. I can't quote the website, but he took it off the website. Got back with Callista. She went online. She couldn't find that number again either, but she came up with 686 or something like that. And he's at 691, so we're not going to argue with him about 5 or 6 people on the contract. So I have signed it. I will need you and Lisa to sign it, Bob, as a witness. And we'll get it back off to him. And it is at $15 per capita for 26, 27, and 28 at the same number of people. So we may, make out okay right there anyway, which comes to $10,365 a year. So that is done, ready for signing. Now, it's not on the agenda, but I want to go back to Ryan Palmer and the Sheriff's Department. That was another one we found that we had not received a contract on from anyone. At least I couldn't find it in my files, Calista couldn't find it in hers. So I contacted him. He called me back today from Boston and said that he thinks that he intended to send it, but never got around to hit send or whatever it took to get it out to us. I told him that we had held the line on $40,000, and his comment was, well, all that's going to do, Bob, is decrease the number of hours a little bit because we went up on rates. We'll have to wait and see what a little bit means because I don't know that. But anyway, that'll be here for next month to take care of that. And that's what I have on that subject. The LEMP, Gary Vidham and I have worked on it. Callista has worked on it some. Lisa and Bob have reviewed it. And we are ready to adopt that. It was supposed to be done prior to May 1st. What this plan does is it gives us a list of contacts for an emergency shelter, for services if we need them, whether it be something at Jiffy Mart, at Bibbins, at Home Depot. It gives us all the contract names, lists all the equipment that we have at the Emergency Services Department, as well as the town highway garage. And just as a general, we use the short form, it's a general local emergency management plan. Should we have a major catastrophe and somebody walks in here and said, who do I contact? Can be pulled up and you'd have the name and telephone number and email address if they gave me one, in order to contact the people at many different organizations around for services or equipment or supplies. So in that regard, I have the adoption form. It's ready to be sent to Mark. The procedure on this is we send this adoption form and the LEMP over to the Mount Escutney Regional Commission. They review it. If they have a question, they'll come back to us with a question, or if they have something that looks like it ought to be different, they'll come back to us. We'll plug in the change they request, and then it goes to the state coffers where the Department of Emergency Management at the state level will adopt it. And what this really does for us is allows us to receive federal and state aid in those types of disasters. Or a portion of it. It's a percentage, but a portion of it. Gary, you got anything you want to throw in there?
No, that's the nuts and bolts of it.
Okay. All right, so I need a motion to adopt
Make motion to adopt
I'll second.
the LEMP.
the LEMP. Yes.
You second?
Yes, I do.
Questions or discussion? All? Let's consider it adopted. Setting the tax rate. This is just the municipal tax rate that we're going to set for fiscal year 26. Our budget to be raised by taxes was $718,728. The appropriations, special articles, generated another $5,100 for a grand total of $723,828. We then divide that by the grand list, which is $1,770,124.15, and it comes up to a municipal tax rate of 0.4089, 40 cents, 41 cents almost. And a few years ago, the state said carry it out 4 places, correct? Yeah, for whatever reason. We always used to round up or round down, but the state rate for non-resident for education is $1.2604, and for non-resident, total non-resident, excuse me, is $1.6693. For the town, resident education is $1.54.94 for a total of $1.9583. So the non-residents are paying about 30 cents less than we are. So,
Tax-free up,
what?
the rate's gone down on both.
Yeah, the rate's gone down on both. The municipal rate went from 48 cents, rounded numbers, to 41 cents. The non-resident went from $1.38 to $1.26, and the resident went from $1.66 to $1.54. So it's gone down clear across the board. for this year. We'll see what happens as they go forward. So one of you two want to set the municipal tax rate?
Can I just ask Bob, I know that everybody loves that the tax rate went down this year, but is that because we have fewer expenses this year? Was the engine on last year, anything like that, or why did the
Because
tax
the
rate?
budget, because the grand list, the budget was basic, the grand list went up.
Grand list went up,
Grand list went up.
expenses stayed
After
roughly the same, so
after
yeah, the tax
reappraisal.
rate.
The reason that the
Yeah.
grand list really went up this year, we can thank Green Mountain Power. Actually, we can thank the state, because the state took over assessing.
Yeah, we did the whole
personal property.
reassessment this
The
past year.
state took over assessing personal property with Green Mountain Power. Other ones too, but Green Mountain Power is the big one. And it went from like 1.9 to almost 4. It was 3.9 million. So
For,
it made our grand list go, it really jacked our grand list up.
Our expenses, Bob, last year was I'm gonna round numbers,
Sure,
but
thank you.
705,000 with 8,500 in special appropriations.
Mhm.
This year it's 719,000 with $5,100 of special appropriation. So
Okay.
it's almost level funded when you add everything together.
Yeah.
We're up just slightly.
Yep. Calista, I did not track what you were saying about the Green Mountain Power.
Green Mountain Power is the personal property that Green Mountain Power has in the town is actually statewide. The state has taken over doing that assessment. They're the ones that sets the rate for them and the value.
Okay,
and
Green
sets
Mountain
it.
Power's property within the town.
Yes.
Got it, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yep, and it went way high.
And that's a
The
cost
state-
that's passed on to the town.
Oh, no, the cost will get passed on to all of us on our electric
Right.
bills. I can guarantee you that. But we have no control over it. The state is taking over a lot of different things.
Yeah, but I don't want to slow us down, but I'm missing what that has to do with grand list values
It
because,
increased our grand list value. If the grand list value goes up, our tax rate goes down.
but I thought a grand list value is based on the personal property
It's-
within the town, the.
And they pay property taxes to the town of Reading.
Green Mountain Power does.
Yes.
Thank you, that's the part I was missing. Okay, got it.
All right,
You good?
I'm good, yep.
so I need a motion on the .4089 municipal tax rate.
I'll make a motion to accept the municipal tax rate to be .4089 for the upcoming year.
Second that.
Questions, comments, discussion?
Just one quick question or quick comment. A new house would increase the grand list as well.
Yes, yes, and we do have several new houses, so that did help
Right.
too.
Right.
Most of them are still in process.
Yeah.
They aren't finished yet.
So the grand list, Stacy, is 1% of the total value of all the property in town. And you probably know that, I'm not telling you preaching, but
No.
it is 1%. So whenever the personal property goes up, because of a new home being built, because of somebody putting a big addition on, or, whatever, then that, as long as the expenses are level, that'll make your tax rate go down. If the expenses go up, then it becomes. All right, 404089 is the municipal tax rate. Now, you have a assessor's certificate of no appeals. This is another thing too. Normally, if there's any appeals, we wouldn't be setting the tax rate this early. We'd wait until those appeals have been resolved, so we'd have an accurate number for the grand list.
And there were no grievances or anything this year. So this is just a housekeeping form that needs to be signed off saying the assessor has done it and filled it out saying that there is no appeal or suit pending, and it's just a housekeeping thing that the select board needs to sign off on, and I need to sign off.
All right. Anybody have any other they want to bring up?
I'm not speaking on behalf of my entire committee, but the planning, I really appreciate you both being at the meeting, in the hearing. Your presence and your advice were very helpful, and I appreciate that personally.
Oh, PC meeting.
Yeah, PC meeting.
Well, I just want to say, from my perspective, I'm appreciative of what the three-board planning commission has been doing and what they've accomplished, have been able to move things forward.
I agree, and as well, with that particular hearing, I think that you guys did a great job turning it around really quickly. That was really appreciated. The planning commission had a site visit on July 4th to try to move forward a variance permit, so that was really a good job on your
In the
part.
site visit, which I was reluctant to at first because of scheduling issues, I'm very happy that we did it.
I think that would make, knowing that lot, I think that would make a big difference, to
It
be
did.
able to see what it looks like and try to visualize anything different than what they were trying to propose, so.
Yep, yep, it worked
Nice
well.
work.
And it-
Any other others? I do have one small other. Callista says, I'm gonna look at you, I'm gonna give you the evil eye. No, it's to thank the Reading Fast Squad. I understand that you guys had to respond to a horse accident up at the top of my road yesterday. And I happened to speak to one of the participants in that today, and they said that you guys were there really fast and they truly appreciated it. So, thank you very much. That's it.
That's it?
That's my only other.
Nothing else from me?
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.